Another nice, lovely day. What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. It's a fabulous Friday. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you can walk away with a little weekend cash for your pocket. So we're gonna be out here for a good time, not a long time. It's, about 2:45, something like that. So I think we'll be out here for about 2 hours. That'll put us just a little before 5. See how many fish we can get to the boat and see if you guys want this money. But what I heard is you guys don't really want this money anyway. Shout out to Dottie. We got Jason tuning in. All right, so we're gonna do some cranking today. Let me just take a look. Let's see, where's my crankbait at? Where did I put my crankbait? Oh, there it is. There it is right there. So that's what we're gonna be throwing today, guys. We're gonna go to some rocky banks and we're just gonna run the banks and see if we can run into a few of these spotted bass or maybe even some largemouth. All right, let's go ahead and get it cracking. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. We're about to get to it. Phil said double the money, double the money. Shout out to Big Ro. Big Ro said it's cold, money. He said it's cold. What you doing out there? What you doing out there in that coldness? Gonna be out here catching a few little spotted bass. We're not even gonna run far, guys. Look how far the water is down right now. Can you guys see that? All of that bank, all of that is normally out of the all of that is normally under the water. But do you see all those rocks? And so that's what I want to do is fish these rocks with a crankbait. So I'm just pulling up to the first bank that I see with some rocks on it. And we're gonna get up here and parallel this bad boy. Phil says, is your motor a 4-stroke? Because it's very quiet. Yes, sir. We're out here 4-stroking it. Hitting it with 4 strokes. That was not a good cast. Actually, I need to put some more line on this reel. We're gonna roll with the trolling motor on about 5 today because we're just gonna be rolling and covering water. Man, look at all these rocks right here. You guys see that? And I don't know if can you guys see these rocks coming out into the water right here? All of that is normally way under the water. So this is a good place to come and crank too when that water comes back up. Phil said, looks like we need some rain out here. Is that what we need, some rain? Yeah, it's a lot of rocks right here. That's one of the good things about this time of year for tournament fishermen. If you're not lazy, you can go out there and do a bunch of scanning and find you some real good locations that you can come back and fish later on when the water levels get back up. Had a little bit of grass down there. Shout out to Blastard. Oh, what was that? What was that? Okay, I see a little something. What was that? What was that? Let's see. look at all that. Got some underground caves right there. Probably catfish probably live in there whenever the water's up. Look at that one over there. You guys see that? All of that is normally underwater. All right, make sure you guys hit the like button as you come into the chat. I see a few people tuning in, but you guys haven't hit the like button yet. What's up with that? Can we get 7 more likes? I think that's what we need. We need about 7 more likes. If you have already hit the like button, which is only 3 of you, type the word like in the chat if you've already hit the like button. Shout out to Jamie. Jamie was like, boom, I got you, dog. I got you. All right, like I said, we're going to be paralleling the banks today. I'm just looking for areas that have some deep water close to banks. And we're just going to be flying along right now, just hitting them with a crankbait. See if we can pop something in the mouthpiece today. If you see something, say something. I know you see it. Who do you guys see in the chat? Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations in the chat. We got Whipstick tuning in. Jamie says, just passing through. Good luck out there, man. He said, I know you're kind of cold out there, but you're still out there trying to make it happen. And we got a bunch of goop on the bait that time. Come out a little bit farther from the bank now. DJ says, what is the reason for the water being low? This time of year, a lot of the lakes down here, they just release water. I guess it gives people time to work on their docks and retaining walls and different things like that. Man, look at all these rocks out here, guys. All right, I still think we need, how many more likes do we need, guys? I think we still need about 5 more likes. Coming up on a nice little point up here, but goodness gracious. Look at all of these rocks, guys. And we got a nice lay down right there. That's normally all underwater. So if you want to find some good places to come and fish later on, this is a good time to come out to the lake, just ride around and see what you can see. Mark a bunch of waypoints and stuff like that. We got Sasha tuning in. All right, guys, in the chat, can somebody put, what do you think the definition of bendation is? Bendation, what does that mean? What is the official definition and what is the unofficial definition? Somebody, anybody? Are y'all awake or you sleeping? All right, if you guys can hear me okay and see me okay, drop a 1 in the chat for me. Oh, there we go. Appreciate that. I wasn't following along. That's the reason. And let's see what you guys have been saying in the chat. Frisco said using a medium light rod. This is actually a cranking rod. What is this? It's a medium cranking rod. Blaster says, unofficially, the nation of MoneyBass followers who see the bend in the fishing pole. Big Rose said, the bend that is put in the rod by the fish species, rock or stump. He said a rock or a stump. All right, what does Sasha say? He says, bendation, the dramatic near 90-degree curve of your fishing rod takes when you finally hook a monster fish, immediately followed by the frantic, panicked bendation reflex. Oh my goodness. I like it. What's going on, GL Jones? We got the mass bass. Kid tuning in. He says the fabricated adverb for an imaginary money bass fish catching activity. That does not sound very nice. I don't like that definition. Shout out to Voodoo. Good to see you back in the chat. We're just cranking today, guys. We're just cranking it up. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I kind of figured I should be seeing something on this point out here. Actually, let me put my mapping on. That'll help me identify some points. Let's go back that way a little bit. The mass bass. Tid says the fabricated adverb for an imaginary money bass fish catching activity. And wait a minute, why does it have to be fabricated? The bendation is real. Blaster says, MoneyBass, are you bringing Cyclops out of retirement? Oh, Cyclops has been doing his thing. You've been seeing me use Cyclops. I caught some fish on Cyclops. Was it this week? Whenever you saw me catching those fish with the jerkbait, that's what I was using. All right, guys, can we get 5 more likes? If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. If you have already hit the like button. And let me check something out real quick. We good? Yeah, we're good. Blaster says, chant, we want Cyclops. You want me to change it up already, huh? I'm gonna slow it up on some of these rocks over here. Just to see. Shout out to Blaster, Dottie. They said we hit that like button. Voodoo says if the water level is low, remember that log in the bank. Yeah, there we go. You see that? Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of good stuff. That log kind of comes out there too. That's why I stopped to fish that a little bit slower, just to see if maybe there's a fish hanging out over there. What's going on? We got Gary, a long time no see. I think these fish are gonna be on these rocks sitting in about 15 feet. So we're gonna change it up. Hit spot lock. Gonna fish it all the way back to the boat. Man, look at that. All of that line I lost. When was that? Yesterday, 2 days ago. Now I have to respool this reel. Let me check and see who this is trying to contact me. Who is this? Okay. Got that. We still waiting for this, man. Blaster said, hey, Dottie. He said, Dottie, you liking right behind me. I like you too. Oh, come on, fishes. Frisco said, you know your phone has a do not disturb option. Yeah, it does. Voodoo says, my name looks wrong. It's missing something. It sure is. He says, where's CP when you need him? Oh, man. That's a lot of rocks over here. And it looks like I'm hung up in them. Give me my bait back. There we go. We got it back. Now let me check my line. Line is good. So apparently it was just the hook stuck in something. Frisco said, when I'm fishing, calls go straight to voicemail. Okay, I see something. Let me fish this one back to the boat, then we're gonna pop Cyclops out for a minute. Because I see something. What's the chances of you rolling with me back to the crib? Show you how I live. All right, so now we're gonna slow it down a little bit. If you guys take a look, you can see this nice rocky bank. And those rocks come out into the water too. So I'm trying to locate right at the edge of these rocks and see if there's some fish down there prowling around, looking for something to bite on. Water temp is 53 degrees. Blaster says voodoo has fallen in rank. That is correct. What happened? Voodoo has taken a fall from grace. Gary says, it won't let me renew my membership. Looks like your membership is still active right now, Gary. Frisco said, hit him in the head with a square bill. All right, let's go ahead and break out the handy dandy jerk bait for a quick minute. We'll go with a +1. Blaster said he taking notes. Goodness, nothing on that jerk bait. There you go, Blaster. Cyclops, the one-eyed monster. Gary Lucas says, bendation? Yeah, Gary, what is the definition of bendation? Do you know? Voodoo says you can have the right, let me see, you can have the right lure, right position, but if you're not holding your face right, no bites. You got to hold your whole face right? I thought it was just your mouth. All right, let's get back to cranking. Gary says, it's the sensation of the bendation. It's so sensational. Shout out to Texas Snoop sliding on in. Voodoo says, Southern slang come out your mouth, hey? Where them fish at? So we're just covering water, just trying to see if we can get some type of activity. What is that? All right, look at that right there. Got hung up on some, oh my goodness. I popped my spool loose. Got hung up on some fishing line. Texas Noob said, did I decide on a reel yet? I did not. Not yet. I'm going to look at the Tatula and the Vanford, but I think I've seen a Tatula before. I didn't really like the the handle, or it was something about that Tatula that I didn't like. Look what we have here, guys. A jig. You guys see that? Let's see if we can get some of this line out of here. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. All right, there we go. Throw this in the trash. Black says, our check ain't complete until CP, the generous general, shows up. Tex Newt says, I picked up a good feeling Cast King reel. Okay. You know what? I was thinking this could be a jig that I used a long time ago because I used to throw these a lot. That's a little Strike King Bitsy, not Bitsy. What's the Bitsy Bug? Bitsy Bug jig is what that is. Frisco said, nope, you can't reuse that one. That is correct. The hook was all the way gone on that one. So we have some grass over here. So I'm gonna throw out just a little bit deeper, see if I can get to the edge of that grass. We got Tom Mix tuning back in. Haven't seen you in a minute. All right, I'm losing interest kind of fast. It's staying here cranking. I'm gonna go ahead and stay with it and just crank all the way to that point right there. And then that's gonna be all she wrote. What's going on, Juan? Frisco getting technical. He said, swim jig, any drains or ditches near? Always some drains and ditches near. But I wanted to catch them with a crankbait today. So the water temp is 53 degrees. The air temp, I checked it before I came out here. I think it was around, was it 41 degrees or 43 degrees, something like that. It has a little bit of chill on it. So we have some spoon type weather going on right now. Oh my goodness, there goes some fish out there. What are they doing? Voodoo said, I agree with the swim jig. Shout out to Tom. He says, Clint Perry showed up at another live stream and dropped a gift. Does anyone else know what live stream it was? Let me see. Where have I seen Clint before? Was it Todd Castledine? It's either Tom Castledine or Ben Milliken. Voodoo says that crankbait has too much wobble. It weeble wobbles. All right, let's slow it down. I think I had a little tappy tap. Let's see if that's what it was or not. Tommy said it was hella bass. We have Alexander tuning in. What's going on, RCP? Says, makes me want to go fishing. Haven't been in about a month. Man, we're just pulling up all kind of stuff out here today, guys. So look what we reeled in now. Somebody's little spinning setup with a bunch of nasty line on it. Let's throw that in the trash can and keep on cranking. With a bobber on it. Look at that. What kind of technique is that with a spinner on it and a bobber? I wonder what they were fishing for. Frisco said that was 2 losses combined. Yeah, I don't know what kind of technique they were doing with that. Gary said, you know that was yours. Extreme Limit says, what's the setup? Right now, I'm back to throwing a shaky head. I was throwing a crankbait. That crankbait right there. But now I just have a 7-1 medium spinning rod. Voodoo said that was a dad that said, try this. It might work. All right. You guys see, I tried shallow for a quick minute. Now we're gonna switch it up. Let's go offshore and take a peek around and see what we can see out there, and we'll swap. We'll just keep swapping back and forth. So on my way out from here, we'll kind of scan around on some deep water points and look and see what we can see. And if we don't see anything, then we'll come back shallower again. Frisco, you wanted me to throw like a little shallow running square bill, right? I don't know if that color is good for this lake. I normally use that on when I'm fishing on largemouth lakes. All right, but we're gonna move. Frisco said, you ever try new areas, broaden your horizon? Man, I used to be all over the place, Frisco, but I'm kind of lazy now. I'm tired. I'm tired, Frisco. All right, let's see. Should we gonna try a hump? Wait a minute. I see some birds out here. Yeah, there's some birds out here, guys. RCP says he was way off. You were way off on what? What were you guessing about? Shout out to Squiggly Lines in the chat. Says, I'm a Japanese fisher. Man, I know you got all the good baits out there then, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. That bird out there is kicking up all of these bait fish. Let me see if I can zoom in for it so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Look at that right there. Look at it. That bird is catching all of those bait fish right there. And it's a lot of them too. Let's get this jerk bait ready. Let's see if there's some bass mixed in there. That bird is having a feast. And just like that, oh, there he goes. I can see the bird on my live imaging swimming around chasing those bait fish. Blaster says, follow the bird. Squiggly Line says, nice fishing tool. All right, Squiggly Lines, let me give you a tour of my boat real quick. So I'm running a Nitro Z20. Let's take a look at the back. We have a 250 horsepower Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke. It'll push this boat around 70 miles an hour, a little more, a little less, depending on the setup. I have 2 shallow water anchors. That's these 2 things right here. What they do is shoot a spike down into the bottom of the lake. So as long as I am in 10 foot of water or less, then it'll hold the boat in place for me. At the console, I have a 10-inch unit. I have a 9-inch unit that normally goes right there, but it's at home sitting on the floor right now because I don't really do a lot of scanning anymore. Up front, I have a 12-inch unit that I run my live imaging, and I have a 10-inch unit up here that I run my mapping on. So you see my mapping right here. Then I run my live imaging up on top. And I have an Ultrex trolling motor. So that's pretty much the setup right there. Man, that bird is way out there now. You guys see the little wake from it? He's still out there eating good. But I didn't see any bass mixed in with him, so I'll abandon that for just a minute. Black bass fishing, yes sir. So we're out here fishing for spotted bass right now. May run into a largemouth, but hey, doesn't happen too often with the areas that I fish. Patricia said the catfish are jumping. Not the catfishes. Let's just fish this rocky point. So take a look at this, guys. You see all these rocks out here on this point? So those rocks come out. So I just slow down and just throw a shaky head on that for a second, just to check it out. Shout out to the Japanese fishermen in the chat. We're worldwide, guys. Patricia said, check that drag. The drag is good. The drag is good. We're almost sitting right on top of a brush pile. Do I have my drop shot out? Nope, I don't have my drop shot out. What's going on, Jessica? Good to see you in the chat. We're out here looking for a few little fishes. See if we can give away some Friday cash for some bass. All you have to do, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish. Uh-oh, there we go. Now that's bass over there. We got some fish schooling over here a little bit. Let me get my jerk bait ready just in case. 'Cause there's a lot of bait fish out here. Let's see if I got a long enough cast. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, they're still over there jumping. Didn't get my cast out there far enough. Let's see, what is that out there jumping around? And there's fish all over the bait. Let me just show you guys what I'm looking at. You see all that right there? So my jerk bait is sitting right there, and those fish are just all around it, but they're not hitting it. They said, no, partner, you're not gonna trick us. We got another squiggly lines tuning in. Now, where's are you from, squiggly lines? Is that Russian? Does anybody know? I told you guys we were worldwide. Got Japan checking in, Indonesia, Russia. Frisco said, give it a longer pause. Just let it sit there. Let them look at it. Let them eyeball it. I just need one to come off the bottom and come up here and grab it. South Africa. Okay. We got Fishy G in the chat from South Africa. We got Mr. Archer back in the chat. All right, let's go ahead and move again, guys. Let's go check a offshore hump real quick, and then we'll ease back into some like a shallow water rocky points and things like that. But we're just out here feeling it out here for a good time. Doesn't have to be a long time as long as it's a good time, right? Shout out to Clint Perry. We got Clint Perry in the chat. Says, I live in the buckle of the Bible Belt, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to Clint Perry. All right, let's see. Yeah, we'll go straight to this hump out here first. What's going on, Brady? Gonna see if we can get a fish or two to the boat. Uh-oh, wait a minute. If you see something, I need you to say something. Kaboom, look who stepped in the room. Big shout out to Clint Perry. I know you guys see it. I know you see it. He came in and hit you guys with some gifted memberships. Let's take a look and see who got those memberships. We got Jessica. Voodoo. Uh-oh, Voodoo, you're back in action just that quick. Voodoo must be living right. How did Voodoo come in the chat and get a membership so quick? Frisco, you might need to take some notes. How did Voodoo come in here? Uh-oh. How did Voodoo come into the chat? He's been gone for a long time. Came right on in and got a gifted membership just like that, right off the bat. Frisco said, nice to see that graph can hold its own now. Yeah, I need to fix the other one now. Shout out to Texas Noob. He says, CP, I see you. Brian the Fisherman Baker says, I see you too. Shout out to Tom Mix, back in action again. Who got that other gifted membership? Uh-oh, shout out to CP, guys. He has, oh my goodness. And he has that membership showing he's been a member for well over a year. Everybody put Clint Perry in the chat. Now, he came in here and hit you guys with a gifted membership, so I guess I have to make sure that I get some fish to the boat today so you guys can test out your membership, see if anybody can walk away with any cash for a bass on this fabulous Friday before we get into the weekend. But I have a feeling that even when I get a fish to the boat, Whipstick is going to come in here and say, they don't want this money. Whipstick is going to say, they don't even want this money. Shout out to CP. If everybody could put CP in the chat. The general of the money team, always in here doing his thing. All right, I think I see something. Let me back on off just a little bit. All right, so we're just fishing this jerk bait around, trying to see what we can find. Look at Jessica. Jessica came right. Oh, man. I thought that was a fish, guys. I hit something. Jessica broke my concentration. It was Jessica's fault. Shout out to Jessica. Jessica came right on in. She said, thank you, Clint Perry. She said, hey, Clint. Hey, Clint, how you doing? Shout out to Jessica. Jim Boot said, did I miss the weigh-in? Not yet. I knew Frisco was going to have something to say about that. Mr. Archie says, that bait's nice, but I'd try a circle hook with a soft plastic minnow rigged wacky style. All right, they didn't want to hit that jerk bait, so let's slow it down. You know what I need to do, guys? Extreme Limit says, new to the channel. Well, did you hit the subscribe button? Because we're out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash. When I get a fish to the boat, I'm going to put it on the measuring board, let you take a look at it, and all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish. Of course, you got to be a subscriber to the channel, but if you guess the weight of the fish, you can walk away with some nice cash for your pocket. Courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operation. We're going to put a little stank on it, guys, and we're going to let it soak down there on the bottom. I'm going to fish it a little bit slower because the water temps are changing. We're sitting in the low 50s. I need to actually go and check some ditches. And because I'm pretty sure people are catching them on spoons now. Since the water temps have dropped. Uh-oh, I feel the wind coming, guys. All right. All right, we're gonna slow it down. We put a little stank on it. Let's hit spot lock. Patricia says chartreuse is the color of the day. Tom Mix says, Money, do you have any Lucky Craft 78 DDs? I do not. I don't have any of those. As soon as I saw Lucky Craft, I knew the answer to that. Voodoo said, now my name look good. Voodoo was back in action. All right, let's see. Why don't they want to cooperate today? Patricia says that chartreuse hair jig, pop it twice. Oh, you've been watching Dana, huh? Dana's been out there killing them with the little hair jig. Don't tell me I got hung up right on the cast. I didn't even get a chance to move it. Yukon said, it's that yellow high-vis line. That's what the problem is. No, it doesn't go all the way to the bait. That's just my spool filler. I have about a 20-foot leader on here. All right, got it back. Mr. Arch said, got stuck on the only piece of structure for miles. Oh, man, we had some tappy taps, but I wasn't ready. Oh, isn't that terrible? I wasn't ready. Trisha says, why are you not fishing toys for tots tomorrow? I got a hot date. All right, let's see. Dottie said, Blaster, calm down. Take it easy. Be easy. Blaster said, okay, for you, Dottie. He said, I'll do it. All right, 60 feet out. Kablam. Mr. Archer said, are you fishing into the wind? There's barely any wind today. Where I'm at, the wind is not really doing too much of anything. Patricia said, can you turn your radio on? I don't have a radio. I just listen to the sounds of nature. What's going on, Jessica? Jessica says, nice lake. Oh, yeah, take a look at the scenery. Take a look around. You guys see that over there? There's part of the dam down here at Lake Lanier. Gary said, would you just catch one already? Man, Gary, I was trying to enjoy the process. You want me to just go ahead and catch one just like that? You don't want to enjoy the process first? All right. If that's how you want to be. If that's how you want to be, Gary, let me just go ahead and catch a fish to make Gary happy. Let's go ahead and move. I was trying to show Jessica the lake a little bit. Enjoy the scenery. Have a good old time out here. But let's head to where the fish should be biting. Oh, you know what? I need to look to see if I have gas. Let's take a look. Where's my gas gauge at? All right, you guys see my gas? Let me turn the boat on. Let's see. Can we go anywhere? No, we cannot. Do you guys see that right there? Your partner has to go and spend a little bit of loot today. So it doesn't look like we're going to be going too far today. Based on... Frisco said, oh, Lord. Based on the amount of gas in the gas tank, that's going to determine where we go to fish today. All right, so based on that little bit of info, let's make a run. Uh-oh, I know you see it. I know you guys see it. If you see something, you're supposed to say something. Okay, Brian said I say something. Who else sees something? Shout out to, oh my goodness, he got Beards and Bass back in the game. Shout out to Clint Perry. hit you guys right in the head with a gifted membership, and that went out to Beards and Bass. He participated in one of the big bass battles down there in Florida. Everybody put CP in the chat. Always doing big things. All right, let's ease on back out here and see if we can make something happen, guys. Wait a minute. Did he do it again? CP slid right on in and hit Connor. Connor is now back in action. Everybody put CP in the chat. Frisco says, well, at least you might have enough battery juice now to make it back to the ramp sometime this evening. Oh, yeah, I got the new batteries. I'm ready. I'm good to go. Shout out to CP. That makes CP the sponsor of today's live stream, guys. Like I say each week, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel is the sponsor of that live stream. And right now, everybody's looking at CP. Sliding right on in, making everybody have a good weekend. What we'll do next is we'll go down into this, look down in this ditch and see if we can find some fish with us on a spoon. Because I have a feeling, yep, the water is sitting at 52 degrees. And that's where it was at last year at the same time when I was popping them in the head with a spoon. We have some fish right below me right now. So let's go ahead and get the spoon out now and see what'll happen. Let's just see what'll happen with this spoon. Neil said, did it turn over yet? I'm pretty sure it has, but I haven't even been paying attention to that. That says, look at Jessica bumping up her game. Shout out to CP. Man, it's kind of a tough one out here, guys. It's tough. Had a fish come over to it, guys. Neil said, I gave up yesterday. No bites. Tim says, Milliken's the best right now. Milliken's out there doing his thing. Frankie said, are you seeing fish deeper suspended? Yep, we're seeing some fish. You're seeing fish, but if they're not biting, it's not going to help anything. Patricia says, find a point and smoke a joint. Did I read that right? Frank said, just try some live bait. All right, let's go and check out these ditches real quick, guys. One more again. Shout out to CP. Eastbound Dog is back in the game. Everybody put CP in the chat. CP is like, hey, it's gonna be a good holiday month for everybody right here. Gonna give out these gifted memberships. Gonna get a fish or two to the boat. And after all that, do you really want this money? Do you really? All right, so what we're doing now is I just came out here to scan around and see if we can find some fish back in these ditches. Frankie says, CP is playing Santa. Frisco says, careful firing up, what is that? That V8 too many times before you head to the ramp. Oh, there we go. There's a little something. Let's see if we can get his attention. Shout out to Beers and Bass. Beers and Bass is like, let's go. He's back in action. Shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry hooked you up with that gifted membership, brought you back to the chat. He says, is it getting cold up there yet? Sure is. We're sitting at about 41 degrees, something like that today. We're going to be getting geared up for another big bass battle coming up. So I had mentioned that before. If anybody is interested, if you don't know what the big bass battle is, let's see, did I see something? The big bass battle is where you fish in your home state. You go to your favorite lake and you will compete against other anglers in their state on their favorite lake. And we're looking to see who can bring in the biggest bass, period. So you have 4 hours to get to the lake, and to be on the lake and see who can bring in the biggest bass. If you're interested in participating in the big bass battle, make sure you send me an email to moneybass404@gmail.com. All right? You don't have to travel outside. You just go to wherever your favorite lake is, and we're going to see who can bring in the biggest bass, all right? Want to give a big shout out to Texas Noop. He won the last one. We had Beards and Bass was participating from Florida. I was out here in Georgia. We had Chicken Hawk in Alabama. We had DL Peck Fishing in Texas and Texas Noop in Texas. Did I already say that? Joe Winkler. Joe Winkler was in Iowa. Beards and Bass said, consider this my email. Beards and Bass is like, he's out to get some revenge against Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk ate Beards and Bass up on the last one. I was like, oh my goodness. Frisco said there will always be a Texas winner. That is not true. I can beat somebody. I can beat the Texas guys. Phil says, can I send you a video from the summer when I caught that 5-pound largemouth? You want to enter your 5-pound largemouth into the big bass battle? Frisco said, not with spots. Hey, I almost had Texas Noop on that last one. I came a lot closer than what I was expecting. Remember, on the big bass, on those tournament situations, I fish a little bit different, Frisco. I'm out here for a good time, not a long time. But if we're going to put something on it, things going to change a little bit. Now, I'm just casting the spoon out here now, just popping it off of the bottom. Mr. Archer says, took your cornbread. Mr. Archer, what you know about that cornbread? Frisco says, I need a date. Phil said, this is the best fishing channel I ever watched. I love it. Blaster said, put some stank on it. You want to put some stank on the spoon? Let me show you what I have out here right now. So I have a spoon. I'm just letting this thing flutter down there and popping it off of the bottom. Clint said, Ken. You see Ken in the chat? Oh, there he is. Shout out to Ken. Oh, my goodness. Good to see you in the chat. I've been wondering about you. Hadn't seen you for a while. How you doing, Ken? How are things going? Beards and Bass said, get that Ned out. I've been throwing that Ned, but right now I'm going out into I just want to check these ditches real quick. Phil said, is the skunk still in the boat? Come on, Phil. Why you got to bring that up? He says, I had to go away for a little bit, so I lost the channel. Let's Fish said, what date is the big bass battle? The date has not been put together yet. But if you are interested, send me an email at moneybass404@gmail.com. moneybass404@gmail.com. And just put the lake, the state and the lake that you plan to fish, and if you're interested. And then once it is listed, we'll probably only have 6 people. So there will probably only be 6 people that get chosen. And if you have already participated in one, then you have first dibs on holding your spot. All right. We got Grumpy Bass tuning in. Said, how's your day going? It's going all right. It's going pretty good. But yeah, so MoneyBass 404 with no space in it. MoneyBass 404 at gmail.com. I'm going to live dangerously with this spoon. Let's just cast it out and bounce it off the bottom and see what happens. Blaster says spoon life. Oh, that's why you don't bounce a spoon off the bottom right there. Let's see if I can get it back loose. Frisco says, why is the limit only 6? Because we're going to be live. The more people you have, the more complicated it gets. We might bump it up to 8, but we'll probably do 6. We'll see. Depends on how much feedback and response we get on it. But if you're interested, make sure you send me an email at 404. At MoneyBass 404 at gmail.com. MoneyBass 404 at gmail.com. Mr. Arch says, you're going to weigh in a rubber boot. Ken says, thankful to still be breathing, taking it one day at a time. That's the way you have to do it. Just enjoy the everyday things in life because those are really some of the most important things. Beers and Bass says, got to get Whip in on this one. So I'm pretty sure Whipstick is going to be there. Shout out to Big Ivy. We got Big Ivy too. He says, y'all got it so good in the South. I'm up here in Wisconsin freezing like a treason. So yeah, the temps are dropping down here. We're sitting at about low 40s right now. Phil says, no cheating in this tournament. That's right. You do not have to worry about that because everything is live and everybody's watching you. Ivy said he's in 27 degrees right now. Beers and Bass said he wants to co-host. I don't know, Beers and Bass. We already got some host and co-hosts already lined up. Gary says, I'm going to have to come in and win one for Tennessee. Uh-oh. Gary said he's going to hop in for Tennessee. Frisco said Tennessee can't beat Texas. You're not going to be able to beat Texas. Ken says, thank you, Beers and Bass. Yes, the recovery was rough at first, but I'm over the hump right now. Good deal, good deal. Man, I'm just not seeing what I want to see out here. Let's go ahead and flip it over there and just bounce it back to the boat again. Phil said we're gonna need a referee for Frisco because you don't trust him. Oh my goodness. Pizza guy says, how big was the winning fish last time? It was under 3 pounds. It was under 3 pounds, I can tell you that. Beers and Bass says, I think the winner was 487. No, I don't think anybody had anything close to a 5 last time. Everybody got out there and froze up. They couldn't perform under pressure. Texas Newt says, Phil, what part of Virginia? I lived in Virginia Beach for a few years. Ken said, I snuck out the house to do some deer hunting from my truck. Don't tell the wife I'll be back in the ER. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, I'm still not seeing any good action out here. All right, let's go ahead and I'm just going to go over to this rocky bank real quick and just fish this, and then we're going to roll out again. So right now, for me, since we're having these weather changes and all that kind of stuff, I have to kind of feel everything out and figure out where these fish are at and what they're doing. But we'll get it done. Yep, shout out to Texas Noop. Texas Noop won the last big bass battle out there fishing Joe Pool in Texas. He said you can't mess with Texas. Water temp right now, we're sitting at 53 degrees, 53.6 degrees. The water temps are still dropping. Phil said, like I said, everything's bigger in Texas, even the mouths. Oh, and we got him. We got him. We got him, guys. I can't tell if it's a big one or not because it's swimming towards the boat. Oh, and he's pulling some drag. He's pulling some drag. Do you see that right there? Does anybody know what that's called? That is called bendation. The bendation is sensational. It feels good. There he goes. Oh, my goodness. And it's a good one, guys. It's a good one. Do you see him? Do you see him down there? It's a good one. Should I flip him or should I net him? Let's live dangerous. Let's see if I can flip him. Oh, and we got him with the flip. We hit him in the lip and got him with the flip. Look at the mouth on this monster. Oh, my God. Look at that right there. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if it has some girthification. And it does. Bendation leads to girthification. That's what we call it. We have anybody new in the chat? Maybe they don't know about this thing we call bendation. Do you see that? Do you see it? Oh my God. It's a good one. And my fingers are cold. My fingers are colder than what I thought. I didn't realize until I needed to use them. All right, there we go. Does anybody want this money? You better make sure you've already subscribed to the channel because it has some weight on it. I don't know if you can tell by the looks of it, but it has some weight on it. All right, and you know what we're gonna do? We need to start documenting these things on these tough days like this. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. I told you it would take a minute, but we got it. Phil says, like I said. Okay, there we go. Bless says, oh my God, the bendation. Phil said, finally bendacious. Gary said, you got that right. We got Jim Boot says, bendation. Oh yeah, the bendation was sensational. Blaster says, nice, a bit blurry, but nice. Phil said, you didn't measure him. No, I didn't measure him yet. My fingers are cold. It's cold out here, Phil. And also, we need to go ahead and log this into FishXLive real quick. All right, so if you guys do not have this app, you need to go and download the FishXLive app, guys. FishXLive.com. That's where you want to go. Go to FishXLive.com, download the app for free. You can set up your profile. There's my profile page right there. And what you want to do, it'll keep track. So tournaments that you fished under FishXLive, look at all those tournaments I fished through FishXLive, guys. That's page 1, page 2. Look at all those tournaments. All right, so now what I want to do is go to my journal. So if you go to FishXLive, you'll be able to pull up this same journal too. You'll be able to look at my pictures. So let's say if you click on one. So here's that 5-pounder right here. That one was 506. 5.06 pound spotted bass right there, guys. And if you look down here in the details, my catch details, caught it on October 24th, top water on an Ama skimmer. Now this information, you guys will not be able to see it if you go and look at my journal. The only reason you can see it now is because I'm showing it to you. But down here, you see the water temp, water clarity, weather. The map shows me the general area where I was at. Let's see. Picture of the bait. Of course, picture of the fish. Lake information, all of that good stuff. All right, so now we need to enter in this fish right here. So I don't know the weight yet, but let's just go back and then we're gonna log this catch. So this is Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier. And that's a spotted bass. We don't know the pounds yet. So let's just put 10 pounds in there. And then let's go ahead and measure it. Phil was like, man, you didn't measure it. All right, let's go ahead and measure it so I can enter the length in here. Sasha said, if there ain't no ice, it must be nice. All right, now let's take a look. Let's see what the girthification says on this bad boy right here. It's a big one too, guys. It's a nice fish. All right, so we're sitting at 19 inches. Can you guys see that? It's 19 inches. Let's put it back in that live well, put some water in there on it. Turn the water on. All right, so 19 inches on that one. So now we just go back to the app and just keep filling in the information on here. 19 inches. Picture of fish. I guess I can go ahead and take a quick picture real quick. Go to camera. And let's just put my camera on the seat for now. See if that'll work. Do a balancing act. Flip the camera around. All right, got my timer on 5. All right, there we go. That's good enough. All right, so we'll save that picture, put the fish back in the live well for now. All right. And then we are going to track location. So I want to mark the spot where I'm at. Notes, I can just talk the notes in here real quick and change those later. Fishing is tough right now, period. Checked on fish offshore, caught nothing, period. Caught this fish back in a cove on the side of the ditch on a shaky head, period. All right, there we go. Oops. So there we go. Got my notes in here. Then I can put a picture of the lure. So where is... All right, we're back. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Shout out to Jim Boots. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, man. What did I do? Let's just go ahead and submit that for now. And then we'll come back and change it. Where's the one at for today? Go. So this is the catch for today. But I didn't put my picture of my lure in here. So let's go in here and edit it. Yeah, we back. Last catch. And let's go back. I tracked the location. I need to put a picture of the lure in there. That's where I was at. All right, so there's the lure. Bam, we got that. And I messed it up. We'll redo it. Picture of the lure. What was the water temp? 53.9. 53.9. Weather, it is overcast. Water clarity, it is very clear as always. Wind is 0 to 5. And now we'll go ahead and... What did I do? Let's just put 54 degrees. 54 degrees. Then we'll submit it. So there we go. So now I have that logged in. When we weigh the fish, then I can come back and edit this right here. But there's the fish, guys. It's a good one. You see that? It's a good one. I told you it was a good one. Got a picture of the bait, water temp, all of that good stuff. I put my waypoint on there. So this is in FishXLive. Make sure you guys download the app. You can download the app for free. It is a full-scale tournament fishing app is basically what it is. But there's also a feature in here for journals where you can keep track of all your catches. So let's just say I want to, I'm going to be fishing Lanier in December, right? So I come in here and I do a search and put December in here. And now I can see all the catches that I have for December. And of course, I want to go for the biggest fish. So the biggest one that I have logged so far was a 4.43. So we click on that and let's see what I caught it on. Look, I caught it on a shaky head. I should have known. There's your partner holding up another big fish. Caught that one on December 30th of last year. So last year, December, they were still biting that same. Caught this one on a point in a cove on a shaky head. And isn't that the same notes that I just put in here for this fish, guys? So that's how to save you time. And see, the temp was about 52 degrees. Where'd it go? 52 degrees. So we're around that same, and that fish was 18 inches. Uh-oh, maybe I gave you guys a clue. Maybe that's a clue. All right. Texas Nuke says, Money, do you do this with all of your catches, and how quick can you fill it out? So, yeah, Texas Nuke, go and download it and just do a, you know, you can enter some stuff in there. I mean, of course, it's taking me a little longer because I'm showing you guys what I'm doing and everything. But you can enter those catches in real quick. And the thing that you definitely want to do is the sooner you start logging those catches, let's say every time you go fishing in the month of December, you log every single catch that you make, right? January, you do the same thing. February, March, April, you do that, all of that stuff for 1 year straight. Now you have a full year's worth of information. So next year, you can come back and see exactly what baits you were using, the area of the lake, the weather, the water temp, all of that stuff is stored right there in FishXLive. Let me just pull it up again and show it to you. So these are my catches. So I just went and did a search for December. And like I said, if you go to the app, you just click on anglers, and then you can just do a search in here and pull up MoneyBass. Just type money in there, and then it'll take you to my profile page. And you can click on it, and it'll bring you to my journal of catches. So when you click on my journal, you can see the fish that I've caught. But when you click on it, you won't see these details down here. You'll see the size of the fish and the date that I caught it. But other than that, right here, it says private info below. Only you can see this. So only I can see this. The only reason that you guys are seeing it right now is because I'm logged into my account. But you have your catch details, you have your picture, water temp, water clarity, the weather, and then that map will show you the general area that you were in. Yeah, so it is definitely something that will help you catch fish. I mean, you see me using it, and I'm pretty much going back to, that's how I knew to pull out a spoon. So right now, the fish were biting a spoon. Let me just the spoon down here because I'm in kind of on the deeper part of the ditch now. And let's just see. Sometimes these fish are sitting out in the middle of these ditches all the way on the bottom. So I dropped that spoon all the way down. And then just pop it and let's see if anything comes off the bottom. See if they're down there. Oh, they got kind of fouled up right there. Nope, nothing's down there. All right, so let's just go back and just keep doing what we were doing with that shaky head. Frisco says, you mean logbook? Yes, sir. That's one of the features that's on there. I thought you knew that, Frisco. Are you playing, or did you really didn't know that? Let's see what you guys were saying in the chat. Let me take a look at the chat. Yeah, we went out for a minute. Appreciate you guys for dropping the one in there. Blaster says, all you guys who just got gifted memberships from CP, the Generous General, get 2 guesses in Bass for Cash. That's right. So you guys will get to test out your new memberships today. All right, Phil says, how much does it weigh? We're going to weigh it, Phil. So well, Phil, you already know the routine. Phil, you've been DQ'd before. So you know how Bass for Cash works. Phil is an official member of the DQ squad. It's an actual squad. Let's see. Blaster says, remember your guess must be in decimal form. That is correct. Texas Noop says, Money, do you do this with all of your catches, and how quick can you fill it out? So like I said, filling out is pretty quick. Let's see. Mr. Archer said he's 2.89. You have to wait till the scales are open. Frisco says, you mean it's a logbook? Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Blaster says, the DQ Queen will want to see some good numbers. Frisco says, who mentioned ditches and drains earlier? Oh, Frisco said, yeah, I'm playing. All right, you got me on that one, Frisco. All right, let's get back over here. So let me just show you guys what I'm doing. So this bank right here, do you see this? All of this is out of water right now, but there are rocks over there. And where I just made that cast, do you see that lay down coming into the water? So there could be a little bit of something out there that the fish may be relating to, but I just caught that fish over here off of these rocks, because those rocks come down into the water a little more. So we're going to see. And actually, I didn't put that information in my notes, did I? So I need to go back and add that to my notes. Lester said, tell Phil to stop kissing up. Oh, man. Is AC in the chat? Is AC in the chat? AC was having a ball the other day DQing people. She DQ'd 5 people. She DQ'd 5 people. Man, my bait is sitting down there in 20 feet of water right now. Phil said, Patricia's the one kissing up, not me. I said 4 people, but 5 is her record. Yeah, she DQ'd 5 people last time. Was that yesterday? Was I out here yesterday? Gary says, I lost you all for a little bit, but I'm back. All right, Gary. You back just in time because we didn't weigh that fish yet. I'm just waiting to see. Do we have AC or whipstick in the chat? Is AC or whipstick in the chat? Just said perfect drag. Oh, the drag was good, huh? Does that one pull drag at all? Oh my goodness, I see something. I see something. I think we may have. Let's see. We're right in a drain. We're a drain in a ditch meet. Frisco. So let's see. Frisco said, that's a saddle. We got Solo Texan in the chat. All right, it was a little something down there. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and just fish the rest of this bank. And then we're gonna weigh that fish out. We're gonna move to make sure that the reception is good so it doesn't go out on Gary. So Gary doesn't miss the weigh-in. And see if anybody's gonna walk away with any Friday cash, all right? That's the game plan. We have 20 minutes left on the shot clock. Frisco says, you forget land nav, it's underwater too. What is that? You talking about Navionics? Dottie said, still no fish. Dottie, you missed it. Dottie, where you gone? What happened? Frisco said, navigation. So yeah, Dottie, we got a good one. We got a bass for some cash sitting in that live well. Hey, Frisco and Texas, y'all gonna quit picking on me. I'm gonna have to stomp y'all out in the next big bass battle. How about that? Get some respect. Give them some respect around these parts. Don't make me go big bass hunting out here. Mr. Archer says, had me fooled for a minute there, MoneyBass, with that vertical jigging. Thought you had another bite. Nah, they didn't want to hit it. They just wanted to come and take a look. Let's get one back over by that other laydown. Can you guys see that laydown over there? That one kind of comes out into the water some. Frisco said, big bass hunting now, I'm scared. Not the 5-star dining hall. Oh yeah, but the food was good. You can eat as much of it as you wanted to. Dottie said, I'm going to need to see your fish. All right, guys, listen, this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start logging these in so you guys can take a look at them. But Dottie, if you go to your FishXLive account and just pull up my journal. So if you go to my profile page, let me just pull it up. So if you go to my profile page and all you do to get to that is just type anglers. Just click on that anglers button down there and you can search MoneyBass. You'll be able to come to my profile page and you'll be able to go to my journal of catches. And then you just go to December and look at today's date. Where is it at? December 5th. But I just put 10 pounds in there right now because we haven't weighed it yet. But if you click on it, this is the fish that I just caught. So you see the size of the fish, see the girthification from the bendation. All right. Lake Lanier, you'll see it was 19 inches. You won't be able to see this information about what I caught it on and all that kind of stuff, but this is all you really need to see. You'll see the length and then you'll see the fish that I caught. All right. So if you want to see it before we actually pull it out to weigh for the the bass for cash, that's how you can see it and get more details about it. All right. All right, guys, drop a 1 in the chat if we're back. Drop a 1 in the chat for me. Frisco said a 0.5. Tom Mix said a 2. Frisco said 1. All right, let me make one more cast and I'll go ahead and move and get out of here and get to a place with better reception. Ken said no sound. So we're out here just throwing a little shaky head. Just trying to find areas. I'm focusing on areas that have like a kind of a drop off. You see those rocks? Rocky areas in coves is what I came back to. But we're about to get out of here and head to an area where the reception is better so we can weigh this fish, because we have 12 minutes left on the shot clock. Well, before the reception goes out again, let's move back out of here. And we'll go to a spot where we can weigh the fish. And I don't see AC in the chat. So if AC's not in the chat, who's gonna DQ some people? But I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching right now, nobody is new. So we probably. All right, I'll show you guys that fish one more time. Look at it. Look at the back on it. That fish is huge. Don't splash me. Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at this thing. Do you see the stomach on that? Patricia said it's a good one. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. All right, everybody, drop a 1 in the chat. I need everybody to drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. We're gonna be weighing this fish in 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes left on the shot clock. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the chat. All right, looking good, looking good. Mr. Archer said he's running on fumes. You know, I keep forgetting that my gas is almost out. He said he's running on fumes. Phil said, call the towboat. Oh, man. All right, are we back, guys? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Are we back in action? Let me see for myself. M-O-N. Okay, so you guys can hear me. All right. Phil said he's just trying to get out of paying that money. All right, Phil. Okay. So yeah, but the chat is not updating for me yet. So what I have to do is just leave this open then. Phil said he's just trying to. And up. There we go. So yeah, my chat is not updating to where I can see it yet. So as soon as we have 2 minutes left on the shot clock, guys. So as soon as I see my chat start updating, then we're gonna go ahead and weigh the fish. So Blaster, do you want to weigh the fish since do you want to open the scales whenever we're ready since AC is not in the chat? Man, the temps just dropped, guys. I can feel it. Oh, there we go. Jody said, let's see that fish again. All right, so we're back in action. All right, let me try something. We have 1 minute left on the shot clock. Uno momento, un momento. Mega Bass, what's going on? We got squiggly lines back in the chat. All right, looks like our 1 minute is up. Let me go ahead and make this cash real quick. And then we're going to weigh this fish and make it official. See if anybody wants to walk away with any of this cash. And I doubt it. Tex Noop said, how many are in the live well? We have a $40 bill in the live well is what we have. But Whipstick told me y'all don't want this money. Shout out to Mask Off. He says, y'all ain't giving out money. Mask Off slid into the chat right when he heard me say it's time. All right, we're going to make this one last cast. Let me count this thing down. I do not know what's going on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I guess that's about far enough. And we're going to pop it, and we're just going to slow reel it back, guys. We're going to see if these fish want some of this type of action. Oh, goodness, guys. I let it go too far down. And got hung up. Okay. All right, let me get this unhung, and then we're going to go ahead and weigh the fish. And then we have to get to stepping. I think we would have caught one if I hadn't messed that cast up just now. Man, the temps are dropping. It feels like it's maybe like 39 degrees or something like that now. All right, there we go. Got the bait back. All right, here we go, guys. It's time for some action. All right, I need 10 swats in the chat first. 10 swats. Once I see 10 swats, then we're going to weigh this fish. Ten swats. Okay, I see 1. 10 swats in the chat. Then we're going to weigh this fish, see if anybody's going to walk away with some of this weekend cash. I see 2. I see 3. I see 4, 5. I see 6, 7. Tex New said 10 swats. Tex New said, let me just skip to 10. How many is that? You made me lose count. And Blaster went ahead and let you guys know that it's serviced with all the trimming. Shout out to Donald Brown. He hit us with a swat. How many more swats we need, guys? Somebody count them up for me. My hands are cold. My fingers are cold. It's cold out here. We need one more swat. Can we get another swat? Kevin said, let me go ahead and hit him with a swat. All right, guys, there we go. We got 10 swats. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. All right, let's get the scale ready. All right, Blaster, are you ready to open these scales? Remember, this is a 19-incher, guys. It's 19 inches. Oh, goodness. The live well was still filling up. All right, here we go, guys. And it's a good one. Look at her. She's a big old fatty. All right, type scales officially open. As soon as you guys see the word scales officially open, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Now, this is a big one too, guys. Scales are officially open, guys. You see it, you have 2 minutes. Now, take a look. It's sitting at 19 inches. Can you guys see that? 19 inches. 19 inches, guys. And it's a good one. Let's see who is. Look at the mass bass. Tid slid in here and tried to. And he only put one guess in there. What's up with that mass bass? Oh, I forgot you don't have. Wait a minute. What's going on with that? You're supposed to have your membership. Uh-oh, look at mask off. All right, look at all these 2s and 3s. I see a 4 in there. Okay, okay. While you guys are doing that, let me just have some fun bouncing this jig back to the boat. Let's see if we have that want to hit a spoon. Eastbound Dog said it's a 372. Phil said, no, partner, it's a 379. All right, remember, you guys, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. 2 minutes. Blaster said 1 minute remaining. Man, that's a long 1 minute. Do we have any DQs? I can't believe it. No DQs? We have a good 50 people in the chat. Everybody coming out of the woodworks now. They're like, hey man, I want this weekend cash for that bass. Uh-oh. Scales are officially closed. Did we have any DQs? What's going on, Blaster? The DQ Queen said if you're going to take a spot, you got to be hitting some DQs in there. You have a quota. All right, so here we go, guys. Blaster says he's checking. All right. Let's make it nice and easy. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is over 3 pounds, but I don't think it's a 4. I'm going to go with like a 3.23. 3.23 is what I think this fish is, guys. We got it zeroed out. Drum roll, please. I said 3.23. Let's check it out and see. Ah, goodness, my fingers are cold. Ooh, look at that, guys. 3.09. 3.09. Can you believe it? Look at that. 3.09. Mr. Archer says, I need some cornbread money. Let's see, did anybody guess 3.09? Somebody, anybody. Emmett says, I was close. No official winner. You guys didn't want this money. That is terrible. No official winner. Oh, why? All right, guys, it's time for me to get up out of here. All right, so make sure you guys stay safe over the holidays. I probably won't be back tomorrow, maybe Monday, maybe Sunday. You just never know. You never know. Just have to make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Phil said this thing is rigged. He said it's rigged again. All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you share this channel, guys. We're back on the move. We are headed towards 20,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? We're over 19,000 strong right now, but we're on our way to 20. Make sure you share this channel, guys, so we can continue to grow. We're going to have some sponsors funds coming in so that you guys have more payouts, more cash, more prizes and stuff like that that will be coming up. So we just need you guys to continue to participate. Shout out to the rod benders, guys. The Mass Bass Tid slid right on in. He says he's plugging the Rod Benders Bass Club. So yeah, if anybody, is there anybody in the chat that is interested in getting into bass fishing, or you're already into it and you're looking for a bass club, the Rod Benders Bass Club, go to www.rodbendersbassclub.com. You can see some information about it. I myself am a member of the Rod Benders Bass Club. The tournament season will be starting in January. So if you're interested, make sure you go to www.rodbendersbassclub and you can oh man, you know what? Wait a minute. I need you guys to go to the Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube. Blaster, can somebody put that link in the chat? The Rod Benders Bass Club. Let me see if I can do it. The Rod Benders Bass Club. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you that fish. So let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Go back to. So I'm going to show you guys something real quick. The Rod Benders Bass Club. Let me find it. Where is it at? I'm seeing everything but what I'm looking for. The Rod Benders Bass Club. Gary said, we forgot the last cast. Goodness, why isn't this thing coming up? There we go. Frisco found it. Frisco, can you put the link to that in the chat? Let's see if I go to @ Frisco found it. Why can't I find it? All right, Frisco put it in the chat. Let's see. It isn't letting me click on it. At the Rod Benders Bass Club. So that's it. So if you can go to that channel, the Rod Benders Bass Club, and subscribe to that channel, guys, and you will be able to see some live action going on that channel. I will be live on that channel too. And I'm trying to see if I can pull it up, but I can't. The Rod Benders Bass Club. Why won't it come up for me? That is odd. Is anybody else able to see it if you go to the Rod Benders Bass Club? So yeah, we need 50 subscribers. So we need, let's see if we can get about 10 of you guys to go over to the Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube. Tom Mix says at the Rod Benders Bass Club. That's it. Let me try that. Yeah, it's not treating me right. It's not coming up. How is that? That ain't right. But that's it. If you guys could go over to the Rod Benders Bass Club on YouTube and subscribe. Can somebody take a look and just tell me how many subs we have right now? How many subs do you guys see on there? Frisco says it's 23. Yeah, we need some more subs, guys, because we're going to be doing some big things for 2026. And we want you guys to follow along with us too. But if you are interested in joining a bass club, make sure you go to the robbendersbassclub.com and reach out to us so we can get some new fresh members in the club. All right, we're gonna go ahead and release this fish, guys. Let me turn my scale off. All right, there we go. Look at the stomach on it. It fooled you. I thought it was, I kind of thought that the fish was a little bigger than what it was too, especially with that length. That length and that girth that was on there. All right, let's go ahead and let her go. Is she gonna be a jumper? She said, no, I'm not jumping. She said, I'm not performing for y'all. Shout out to Tony 450. Really appreciate that, sir. All right, but yeah, share that channel with your friends, guys. And like I said, if you're interested in joining a bass club, reach out go to robbendersbassclub.com and you can get more information. And I'll see you guys out there on the tournament trail. On the tournaments next year, because we are getting started in January. So you can come to like one or two of the meetings, meet the guys, all of that good stuff, and see if it's a fit for you, all right? All right, everybody. It is time for me to go because it is actually dark out here and I wasn't even paying attention to the time. All right, we'll see you guys on the next live stream.